An important trait, I think, is love, because love is what helps us keep going even when it's difficult. It is the best motivation and it helps us to persevere. Hi, my name is Azariah and I'm a deaf pianist. I love music, I love the piano, I love sharing the gift of music with others. So I was diagnosed with hearing loss at the age of 4 years old, and my parents, they fitted me with hearing aids. And they also went for specialized training and brought me for a lot of specialized training, speech therapy, how to raise children with hearing loss. And I thought they really put a lot of effort into training me. So that's why I'm able to speak as my main form of communication and able to enter mainstream school. So my musical journey started when I was about 4. Actually, before that, my parents had exposed me to a lot of music. They brought me to concerts. When we were in the car, they would listen to classical music all the time. And then I had piano lessons. When I was homeschooled around 12 years old, I had more time to explore music. So I found myself listening to a lot of CDs. I had lots of pieces that I really enjoyed listening over and over again. And I started to be serious about my piano practice. After that, I attended music festivals, competitions. I went to music school, and that's brought me to where I am today as a pianist. Hearing aids have been a big help in speech and in music. I remember that when I was very young, maybe 4 or 5, my parents told me there was this funny story that when they called my name, Azza, I wouldn't reply. But when they said something like Batman, I would reply. And so they thought that I was just being selective in my hearing. But that was not the case, because the consonants belong to a lower frequency, which is why I was able to hear better. So the thing about hearing aids is it boosts the frequencies that I'm not able to hear well, so that I'm able to hear as much as a normal person can hear. Of course, there are limitations, but it was a big help for me. My hearing condition deteriorates, but it is slow, it's gradual. At the age of 4 years old, my hearing loss was about 50%, and now it's lost about 85 to 90%. So I've had to change many hearing aids over the years, each time more powerful than before. But one thing I really appreciated is having good audiologists that I can work with to tune each and every hearing aid to my specific needs. And especially as an artist, my needs are not just communicating with others, so speech, but also music. Sometimes hearing aids think that the music is actually noise. So I have to work closely with the audiologist to train the hearing aid so that it recognizes music and it just absorbs all the sound. It doesn't remove any of it as noise. In fact, some of them would even come to my place where I had my piano, and we would tune every single note of the piano of the hearing aid so that it would be matching, it would be even. So I have to thank the many audiologists who were willing to spend the extra time and effort to understand my needs and tune the hearing aid so that I'm able to hear music as well as I can. I have 2 different settings for my hearing aid. One is for speech and one is for music. If I'm hearing TV program and there's a lot of talking, so I'm in my speech program. But if there's background music at the same time, then the hearing aid knows that it's music, but it's not able to make much sense of the music. It will still be processed as speech, and so there will be some distortion. I remember I had to work much harder than my peers in school, because things that most musicians were able to do, I would struggle with. For example, listening to music and playing by ear as we speak. That is a real challenge for me, especially when I'm listening to music that's coming from a device. There's a lot of distortion. So I have to listen perhaps 100 times just to catch what someone of my level would be able to catch at the first time. And if it's something that I'm just not able to do, I have to recognize my limitation and focus on where my strengths are. But oftentimes there are creative ways of getting around different challenges. So I understand sometimes it can be challenging for other musicians to want to work with me because they may have this fear of not knowing what my challenges are, whether I'll be able to do the same things as any other peer musician that is at my same level. It's quite normal. As humans, we have this fear of the unknown. But that's where love comes in. Love moves us to want to understand others. Love moves us to communicate and work with others, to be inclusive. And then we'll find that there are creative ways to get around the challenges, and we can still reach the same high professional standard as anyone else. I remember I had this wonderful collaboration with this musician, and we put together such difficult music, but we perform it to the highest possible musical level. I also really enjoyed working with singers such as Kawai and Claire and many others. We put together wonderful programs of music for so many dignitaries. It was a really special event, and we even recorded that music that we worked on together. It was such a wonderful memory. Right now, I'm serving on the board of ArtDis. That's one way that I enjoy giving back to the community, and in a very personal, meaningful way, because ArtDis is a charity that helps people with disabilities to excel at the arts, and I myself was a beneficiary of it. So being able to help out in a small way is what I enjoy doing. Other than this, recently I also conducted or directed a new series for the National Cancer Institute of Singapore called the Last Mile Concert Series. And last year we put together a wonderful program which had singer Joanna Dong and also wonderful musicians such as the Lorong Boys. And we put together a very wonderful, inspiring concert program that raised a good amount of funds for cancer patients. In fact, this is part of this company that I started called Pointer Inspirations, which we're using to give back to society in different ways, and with a focus on promoting artists with disabilities. Over the years, I find a lot of joy teaching as well, not just in performing where the focus is on myself, but I enjoy sharing the gift of music with others. There's a lot of joy seeing students grow as musicians, as artists. Like when you see a student that enjoys a favorite piece of music, but perhaps they struggle with technical challenges, then being able to work through those challenges, I think it makes them happy and it makes me happy as well. So I'm really looking forward to the World Expo at Japan next year, where I'll be looking to play, I think, a big program. But this year there are many other smaller little programs that I'm looking forward to, perhaps such as accompanying other piano teachers for piano concertos, many gigs for many different programs, and a wide variety of music, new music that I'm learning. Even though I have hearing loss, but this doesn't stop me from persevering and doing things for others, giving back to society, raising awareness, sharing the gift of music, and just conveying the message that love is most important. If we have love, that will move us to be inclusive, to be more understanding. It will move us to be persevering in whatever goal that we choose in our life.